All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene, the Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Push him back. Push him back. Check. Get him.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second and 9, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is third and 9. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. The 30. 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen. His second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up first and 10 at their own 24. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, first and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Newton. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 3rd down, Ryan. He's got Sanu. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Gun.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, Tuesday.
On second down now, it's Freeman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. To throw is Ryan. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan, his second touchdown pass of this opening quarter. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Newton now already at 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's first and 10. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. On second and inches, Newton flush to his right, and he slides to avoid the hit. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Even at the age of 30, Cam says it's just a number. Still a real threat running the football. We all know about the touchdowns, but ran for 488 yards last season. That was fourth among all NFL quarterbacks.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown Panthers. Olsen. Greg Olsen. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. A first down run, good for about 3. Second and 7 coming up. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a second and 7. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it second and 7.
Ready, blue 80, back 25. Let's go, defense. Out.
From the 31, Ryan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. On the ground, McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now Newton on third and goal. This is caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. They come out here in the eye. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Trying to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He did it. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand.
Mike's 59. Mike's 50.
Hey, high 7.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And now he's going to go down in the end zone. Down goes Matt Ryan, and that's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind and try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Now a first down throw for Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Now Newton. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On second down, McCaffrey. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
20.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Newton on 3rd down. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will push the lead up to 5. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Yeah, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Ryan. He completes it to Jones. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. 77 yards. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan gets it off to Freeman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Ryan now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Ryan. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Ryan. And this one brought in by Sanu. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Mohamed Sanu is a guy that is often overlooked because he just quietly goes about his business. But how about last season? Had a career-high 838 yards on 66 catches, and he can also play wildcat quarterback for you as well.
This one caught by Ridley. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Stocker's got it, complete. That one goes for 24 yards. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Bryant is good. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A final shot before the break. Newton escaping the pressure right. He's going to look deep for more. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They go play action here on first down. Complete to Jones. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Throwing again on second down. Ryan. And Graham's got it. Complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Second and goal from the 1. Here's Ryan. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Shaq Thompson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check.
22.
Hey, tighten down.
Hey, echo.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Let's go.
On third and goal, Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game as his guys are able to regain the lead. No surprise there, third and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on second down. Newton to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
From the gun on third down, Newton. Forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton as they have taken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
At the 23-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Ryan to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
It's caught. Jones. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. Well, big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Being chased out left. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys have now moved out in front. Bryant's extra point up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 9, Newton, he's going to look deep for more. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they got their way with them.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Newton. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's first and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, Freeman. Luke Kuechly, the all-pro linebacker, in on the stop. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now Newton on first down. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards and a Panther first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me,
there he goes left side. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton with his 5th touchdown pass of the game. And now they have taken a fourth quarter lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Completes his short throw to Stacker. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just one fourth-quarter comeback for the QB. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here's Ryan. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
54, set.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Buying time to his left. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it a second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Check 4. Wait.
To throw again on second down. Ryan, it's caught. Smith. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up the third down.
Check.
3rd and 2, now Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan now with 5 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the 4th. Ryan tacks on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Grady Jarrett forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Newton. That's to McCaffrey, complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Let's go.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The first carry for Josh Adams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Newton. And that's complete to McCaffrey. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's a second down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Newton to throw. Nice footwork at the 25. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll try and pick it up at McCaffrey. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Here we go. 180.
Check back.
8.
Now Newton. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Here's Ryan. Dancing to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The Falcons on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Ryan. Caught by Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Atlanta, the win is their 5th of the year as they move to 5-8. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Carolina, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.